Everyone, you all are welcome to this wonderful platform where we discuss about astrology, palmistry and spirituality. And my name is Shivam People. I'm an astrologer. I'm your palmist, right? So today we are going to discuss about this new moon which has just come, which is coming into the sign of Leo. Now the new moon is coming into the sign of Leo on September 6th, and this new moon is coming into the sign of Leo and in the nakshatra of PURVAPHALGUNI, and this new moon is going to be very special because this is a Leo new moon and the sun and moon have come together in the sign of Leo, denoting royal kind of living, activating your leadership qualities, expanding your inner strength, living with respect and honor, and also it denotes that returning back to power right in this time period. And Leo is a very honest and a leadership kind of a sign, right? So it's a time to lead, it's a time to leave behind the old things and accept the new. And every new moon is an opportunity to envision your path, is an opportunity to manifest something new, is an opportunity to set your intentions, is an opportunity to prepare for something new, and it is also an opportunity to activate larger than life goals, that is to activate your dreams in this time period. Hello Wisdom, hello Bianca, how are you? Right, so we have lovely people around here, right? And in this time period, as it is in the nakshatra of PURVAPHALGUNI, so PURVAPHALGUNI is a very auspicious nakshatra. Now this nakshatra is ruled by Venus, is denoted by Bhaga, the god of prosperity and abundance. And this is a nakshatra of creativity, denoting celebration, good past deeds, and also the sensual excitement, right? It's a very materialistically abundant nakshatra. So it is a time to activate your creative side, to activate your youthful side, to activate your lively experiences, right? And also to work in your life with lot of patience, right? Because some of you during this new moon will be lacking patience. They may feel irritated all the way, and they may also feel like a loner, right? So it is a time when you have to set right kind of intentions, when you have to focus on celebrating life, right? And also focusing on your overall well-being, because the energy of this nakshatra is the kama energy, the energy of material bliss. Now the kama experience or the kama energy is not just about sex, right? It is about it is about more than that. It is about the fulfillment through your materialistic things, right? So it is a good time to set such kind of material intentions of cleansing yourself, of leaving behind the old self and focusing on celebrating life, right? That should be the ultimate goal of each one of us. And the beautiful thing has been that why this nakshatra is very important for relationships, that Lord Shiva himself started his procession of marriage under this nakshatra, right? So it's a nakshatra of celebration, it's a nakshatra of doing auspicious things, of starting things, right? But it is driven by overly sensual, over sexuality, right? So you have to keep a check on that. Rather focus that energy more on celebrating life, understanding life, right? Creating positivity. As I said, that new moon is a time to set new intentions. It is a time to set your path, you're envisioning your path, and it is also the time when you have to prepare for the new and you have to dream big in this time, right? Manifestations during this time are very important, right? Because you have to start from the scratch. It is all about leaving your old self behind and gaining strength through your newer self, through your renewed self, right? And this new moon, again I repeat, is in the sign of Leo, fiery sign of Leo, which denotes royal living, which denotes your leadership qualities, which is all about respect and honor, is all about returning back to the power. Be a lion, right? And in the nakshatra of PURVA. Now the PURVA nakshatra is directly related to prosperity and material abundance, right? And good fortune, celebration, celebrating with the family, right? Is all about this nakshatra, and also creating positive, youthful, abundant kind of energy in this time period, right? So that will set you into the right kind of motion in this time, right? And this new moon means differently for each one of the signs, starting from the earth sign, starting from the fire signs to the water signs, from the sign of Aries to the sign of Pisces. I'll be discussing each one of the signs, right? So overall, it is more about learning patience. It is more about learning love. It is more about leaving the old self behind, right? And celebrating life and celebrating abundance in this time period, right? And also doing prayers for your growth, for your abundance, for your prosperity. This new moon, and doing remedies for it, will be very, very helpful for each one of us, right? So let us see that what this new moon means for each one of these signs, right? Starting from the sign of starting from the fire signs. For the fire sign people, that is the sign of your Aries, the sign of Leo, and the sign of Sagittarius. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to focus on your new beginnings. This is a time when you have to focus on the growth of your personality, right? It is a time for the new beginnings of creative cycles, right? You have to focus on your creative energy, as your first house, your fifth house, and your ninth house are activating. It is also the time when your talents, when your new learnings will be activating in this time. And it is more about love, because the fifth house is carrying very intense energy in this time period. So love and growth of talents are going side by side in this time period. And it is also about that leaving behind the old grudges, unwanted experiences, and focusing on what is coming new. And it is a time to grow your self-esteem, right? And for the Leo signs, it's a time to grow your personality. For all the fire signs, it's a time to grow your personalities, right? Whether on the spiritual side, whether on your materialistic side, whether in your love life, whether in your public circle, all the way it is all about growth. Because this new moon is wonderfully aspected by the Jupiter, right? So Jupiter is ready to shift to the sign of Capricorn in next few days, but right now it is giving a positive aspect to this Sun and Moon combination. And with the transit of Mars into the sign of Virgo, again it is setting quite strong energy in this time period, right? Because the Lord of this nakshatra of PURVAPHALGUNI is very well placed into the sign, that is the Venus is very well placed into the sign of Libra for now, right? So it is all about communicating love, right? Through your words, through your actions, through your deeds, right? So that will be very, very helpful for each one of us. So, and best of luck to all the fire sign people. Now next, I'll be talking about the earth sign people, right? What are the earth signs? The sign of Taurus, the sign of Virgo, and the sign of your Capricorn. For all the earth sign people, this is a time when your 4th house, when your 8th house and your 12th house are activating. It is a time when you will be gaining emotional strength, when you will be setting higher purposes of life, right? Because you will have such experiences. And also exploring your spiritual side, right? Your complete focus this moon cycle has to be on all these three things, right? because I know that the earth sign people are very materialistic, right? They also need to explore their spiritual side, their emotional strengths, so that they can grow in their life, right? It's all about balance in their life. And for the earth sign, those of you who are working into the real estate sector, those of you who are working as in construction companies, those of you who are working into the counseling business, helping people, counseling, or applying their creative knowledge, like architects, like designers, like interior designers, or designing clothes, you will be benefited in this time period. But you need to take an emotional break in this time, my lovely audience, and gaining your emotional strength in this time, and setting higher purposes of life, exploring your spiritual path in this time, that what is my journey in life, right? Exploring that, and through this you will understand more about yourself in this journey. I'm talking about the earth sign, the sign of Taurus, Virgo, and the sign of Capricorn, all these three signs. And for you, it will be a time when you have to focus more on your rejuvenating side, when you have to focus more on your relaxed side, when you have to start fresh. And taking a break is the best way to start fresh all the way in this time period for all my earth sign people. So best of luck to all the earth sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the air sign people. Now what are the air signs? The sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra, and the sign of Aquarius, right? For all these three signs, it is a time when your third house, your seventh house, and your 11th house are activating. It is a time to start. It is a time to reflect at the past, right? Because these are the houses of reflections. It is a time when you have to work upon your communications and relations with people, reflecting positivity, love and mutual cooperation with each one of them. And it is also the time to start fresh and start new in your relationships, right? With your friends, with your family, with your life partner, right? Anywhere around. It is a time to start new in this time period. And the air sign people, those of you who are into the marketing business, those of you who are into selling products, and those of you who are dealing with the people, your public dealings will improve in this time period, right? You will be making new relations in this time period, whether it is your business relations, whether it is your family relations, or it's your core circle. You will expand upon each one of the sides, right? And Jupiter in this time, the air sign, is providing you with the divine wisdom to understand your things, right? Because this Jupiter is strongly influencing your trine of air, right? So in this time period, whatever you are manifesting, whatever you are growing, right, it will go on for the long run. So setting right kind of intentions when it comes to your relationships, and communication for you people will be of the foremost importance. I repeat that your communication will be of foremost importance, and make sure that you're not at all sounding arrogant, you're not at all sounding egoistic, you're not at all sounding irritated for next 2 days, right? Keep your mum till next 2 days, and you will clearly see all your paths, right? So it's very important for you to maintain your calmness when it comes to your relations, communications with others, right? And setting positivity, setting optimism into it, right? And setting some kind of an excitement into it, right? So that will set your journey into the right direction for all my lovely air sign people. So best of luck to all the Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, right? So next I'll be discussing about the water sign people. Hello Radhika. So next I'll be discussing about the water sign people. Now what are the water signs? The sign of Cancer, the sign of your Scorpio, and the sign of Pisces. For all these three signs, this new moon is bringing along with it new wisdom. This new moon is bringing along with it time to celebrate. This new moon is bringing along with it change of perspective for you people, for the sign of Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio I'm talking about, right? And your perspective related to life, life and death, your relationships, everything, your goal settings are gonna change in this time, and they're going to change for the positive. And it is a good time to activate your inner wisdom. Pray for your wisdom, pray for your right kind of direction in this time. Your primary focus of this new moon is on your second house, your sixth house and your 10th house. So you will automatically get ideas related to earning money. You will automatically understand that what all changes you need to bring at your workplace, in your finances, to grow in this time period. And I would say that this new wisdom will be more favorable for you to bring about a balance in your family life in this time period, right? To bring that balance in your family life, in your finances, in your relationships, because the way the second house is going to activate in this time, especially for the Cancer sign, it's more about creating that balance, right? And the sign of Pisces may experience some kind of fears and phobias, right? Let it go. Relax yourself. Set yourself at ease, right? Nothing is going out of the way. You are just feeling that tenseness and that pressure. That is it, right? Because new moon can be the times when you may feel as if you are moving in the dark, as if you are moving nowhere, right? So it is important to set your right kind of intentions and do not fall for the at times the negative vibes that you're catching in this time period, right? So for the water sign people, it is a time to learn new kind of wisdom. It is a time to understand the changes coming your way in your perspectives related to your life, growth and abundance, right? So it is going to be a positive time as far as your finances are concerned. It is going to be a positive time as far as bringing in changes related to work and profession are concerned. And you will definitely get new opportunities in this time period. So best of luck to all my water sign people. Now I'll be starting with each one of the signs, starting from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces. For all the different signs, this journey means different. So let's understand that what all changes that this time is bringing in for each one of the signs, right? So let's start from the sign of Aries. For the Aries sign, for the Aries ascendant, this is a time when you have to focus on your talents. This is a time when you have to focus on your love side, on your love life, right? It is a time when you will set new kind of enthusiasm, new kind of excitement into your romantic life, into your learnings, and also into your celebrations of life, right? That is very important. As the Mars has shifted, the Lord of the first house has shifted to the sixth house. In this time period, it is very important to maintain your temperament, because some of you may feel very angry in this time period, right? So it's very important to celebrate life, and some of you may also feel impatient altogether, right? So everything is going at their own pace. Just be patient and keep exploring your talent in this time period. This is for my lovely Aries sign people. You people have been doing the hard work. You people have been doing the labor. Just envision big things, right? It's very important, because the aspect of moon, because the aspect of Jupiter onto the sun and moon is giving quite a lot of optimism to this combination. So it may trigger some positive ideas, some positivity into your love life, and may also help you grow into your relationships, into your love side, and also your talents, right? So best of luck to all my Aries sign people. And it is very important for you, for the Aries sign, that you help animals, you support handicapped people, or you are engaging in some kind of help to the downtrodden section of the society, right? People who need help, right? Or helping the animals, or anywhere, whatever you can do, whatever bit you can do in this time period, right? And I would say that your Venus is beautifully coming in your 7th house. So your love, communication and balance is of foremost importance, right? So always sowing the seeds of love wherever you go in this time period. And your relationships, I would say that your relationship with people, your relationship with your partners are going to improve in this time period, right? So best of luck to all my Aries sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Taurus. For the Taurus sign people, this is a time when you have to sit back and relax, when you have to spend your leisurely time at home, when you have to focus on your emotional strength, when you have to focus on setting the higher purposes of life, right? And exploring your growth by sitting and placing in your relaxed space, right? Very important, because the 4th house is activated. So enjoying your personal time in this time period, and also those of you who are about to buy a house, or those of you who are about to shift to a new place, the Taurus sign I'm talking about. So you people can initiate that in this time period. It is going to be good, right? And also buying things for your house, buying things for your home is going to give you new kind of excitement, new kind of optimism. So maybe some of you may be thinking of buying even a new car or a new vehicle, right? So that is going to be good for the Taurus sign, for the Taurus ascendant I'm talking about, right? So that is going to be good. And remember, my lovely audience, here we are discussing about Vedic astrology, not the tropical Western astrology. We are talking about the Vedic science, right? So best of luck to my lovely Taurus sign. And for you, the Taurus sign people, it is also important to keep a check on your health in this time period, right? So eat fresh things, eat good things, and eat with lot of balance. It is very important for you, to all my Taurus sign people, because they have been doing lot of overthinking in this time. They have been exhausting themselves by doing overthinking, by repeating the things in their mind, by having 10 ideas and not even executing one of them, right? Execution without idea is useless, and having 10 ideas and not executing is again useless, right? So execute your things in this time period. It's very, very important for all the Taurus sign people I'm talking about, right? So best of luck to all the Taurus sign people, right? Relax, sit back and enjoy your journey of life, right? So next I'll be talking about the sign of Gemini. For the sign of Gemini, this combination is placing in your 3rd house, activating your creativity, activating your ability to strategize things, and also giving you a new start, right? And it is also the time when you have to reflect at the past, right? When you have to look at the things in a positive light, right? And it is also the time when you have to talk and communicate with lot of balance, right? Because the Mercury has also gained strength, but along with it the Mars is joining in, right? So your speech can be rough, You can talk in a rough way in this time period, but the way the third house is activating, it's very important to plan your things. It is very important to talk with a lot of balance. It is very important to attain a leadership role, right? Be decisive about your things. As the sun and moon combination, the mind and soul coming together in the house of creativity, in the house of your expression, right? Giving you expressive mediums to explain your emotions, that what you feel, that what ideas you carry, right? So your writing abilities, your creative abilities, your ability to sketch down the things will be really good in this time period, right? And also this will bring in lot of energy and optimism in this time period. I'm talking about the sign of Gemini, right? And make sure that in this time period, as your Venus is very well placing in your 5th house. So another thing, right, for you people in this time period, the Gemini sign people, that is also the thing that writing down, journaling down your positive intentions, that what you want to achieve about, relaxed life, celebrating life, about your growth, abundance, prosperity, and especially your relationships is going to activate the things for you in a positive direction, because this nakshatra is ruled by the Venus, by the planet Venus. So make sure that you are setting your positive intentions in this time period, and you will be meeting new people in this time period. You will be meeting new people, or many old relation like old friends or old acquaintances will revive in this time period. Be open hearted in this time to accept everyone around you, right? And that will give you a new motion, a new perspective to your things. So best of luck to the sign of Gemini. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Cancer. Now for the Cancer sign people, this is a time when you have to, when your second house, this combination is coming in your second house. Now second house is the house of family, is the house of family values, is the house of your assets, your movable and immovable assets, and is also your house of speech, right? Mind your words in this time period, the water sign of Cancer, right? And also it is a time to open up your perspectives and understand the new wisdom which is coming your way, new lessons which are coming your way. And it is a time when you will be making certain changes as far as your family life and your finances are concerned, right? You will be taking certain decisions into it, and the way I see it, you have to be very soft and calm with your words, right? Because some of you may sound rough, irritated, and also struggling with your choice of words, right? So make sure that you are choosing right kind of words for your conversations, right? And you are not picking up on wrong kind of fights in this time, right? Because the way I see it, that you are experiencing lot of dryness, lot of cold behavior from the people around you, from your partner especially, or some of you are not having anyone around, or experiencing some kind of coldness at times, right? But that is something which is bringing in lot of practicality in you, right? It is taking you out of your dreamy world, right, into the practical things, right, into your practical understanding, the way the Saturn has become retrograde in the 7th house. So make sure that you are keeping your things ignited, positive, and focusing more on celebrating life rather than unwanted, useless things. You're focusing on celebrating life in this time, right? And spending money and leisurely time, spending money on yourself as the Venus has strongly come in your 4th house in its own sign of Libra, right? So it's gaining a lot of strength in this time, and it is important to align your things in this time period. Very, very important, right? And for creative people, for the people who are working into creative fields and earning money through it, it's a good time to write down your intentions, to make a solid plan on this new moon, right? And write down positive intention and speaking it loud. Light a lamp, light a clarified butter lamp, that is ghee lamp, or an oil lamp, or a simple candle with a beautiful incense, right, with a beautiful smell, and speak out your positive intentions, right, with a smiling face every day for next 1 week, and that will create quite a lot of positivity for you, right? My lovely water sign of Cancer I'm talking about. So best of luck to all the Cancer sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Leo, right? For the Leo sign people, this is a time when you have to start new and fresh, right? It is a time to get back to the basics, returning back to the power, right? It is a time when you will be coming out of your hermit mode, when you will be coming out of your, back seat, and you will come on the forefront in this time period, right? And you have to attain your leadership roles, activate your royalty, and also understanding your way of celebrating life, right? All my Leo sign people I'm talking about, way of celebrating the life, right? And also in this time period, it is very important for all my Leo sign people that make sure that you are filled with optimism in this time. Make sure that you are filled with energy and positivity in this time period, and make sure that you are focusing on your good behavior, focusing more on being a go-getter in this time period. And also those of you who have experienced quite a lot of struggle in your relationships, in your partnerships, now you will be seeing quite a lot of improvement on that side for all my Leo sign people, because your 12th house had been overly active. So some of you may have been experiencing quite a lot of depressive thoughts, right? Quite a lot of struggle with their emotions and mind, and you will be coming out of it in this time period, and you will definitely attain some kind of positive result. And even those of you who are expecting promotion, who are expecting a better job, or who are expecting some kind of leadership role in this time, you will be getting your things in this time period, right? This new moon, sit down and focus on those positive intentions. Repeat them, right? Repeat them, lighting a candle, lighting a camphor, lighting a lamp, lighting the oil lamp, right, during the night time. And set your right kind of intentions this new moon, and you will be experiencing your part of growth in this time period. And because this sign of Leo, the way it is, the Venus, the way it is coming in the sign of Libra, you people have to talk with lot of balance with everyone, with lot of love, affection and balance, right? That's very important. You do not have to sound arrogant at all in this time period to all my lovely Leo sign people I'm talking about, right? So you have to maintain your balance, your easiness at all costs. And it's a good time when you will be exploring your things, when you will come back to power, right? And you will gain your motion, right? So best of luck to all my Leo sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Virgo, right? Now for the sign of Virgo, which is a very practical, a very down to earth, grounded kind of a sign, right? Pure, with pure energy, but very calculative, right? for the sign of Virgo, it is a time you have to focus on your relaxation, when you have to focus on your emotional strength, when you have to focus on exploring your spiritual path, right? And also it is a time when you have to be at your relaxed energy. Taking a break is a good choice for my lovely Virgo sign people, and also keeping a check on your unwanted expenses in this time period, as the Mercury and Mars are coming strongly in your first house. Definitely you will be working overtime, definitely you will be pushing yourself, but make sure this new moon you are relaxing, you are taking a break, going to a retreat, going out somewhere near the water body, or celebrating yourself for the next moon cycle. And also for my Virgo sign people, this is also a time when your ability to talk to people, when your ability to have discussions with people will amplify, and you will be gaining favors through your sweet talks in this time period, right? Witty and sweet talks. And I would say that although some of you may keep a distance from their siblings, from their close-knit circle, right? But it's very important for the Virgo sign people to be soft in your communication, loving in your communication when it comes to going for business proposals, having discussions, and in your deals. And it is more of a time when you have to focus on your emotional strength. Despite all the success which you will be getting on one side, you may feel that some kind of emptiness in life. You may feel as if emotionally you're lacking something. So this is why I'm time and again telling you to focus more on the emotional strength, setting higher purposes of life, and exploring your spiritual path in this time. That is very important for all my Virgo sign people, right? And definitely you will be meeting all kinds of people, all the different kinds of people, right? Even the good ones, even the bad ones. Now it is up to you to filter the kind of people you want in your life, right? So you will have all the different kind of audience around you. So best of luck to my lovely Virgo sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Libra. Now the sign of Libra denotes balance, denotes the air sign, denotes creativity, denotes your ability to negotiate, mediate, right, between the thing. And for the sign of Libra, it is a time when you have to become more aware of your things. Now the Venus has shifted from the debilitated sign of Virgo to its strong sign of Libra. It is a time to focus on your self-grooming, beautifying yourself, on your body, on your looks, and it is a time when you will be positive about your looks, about your personality. It is a time to focus more on growing your personality, right? The past has gone. The experiences of past have far gone by, right? Now it is a time to grow, to become more public, to become more communicative, right? Because past few days were very tough and struggled for you emotionally, and even with your mind. You were confused, you lost your confidence in this time, right? And in this time now you are gaining back everything, and it is a good time when you have to set positive intentions related to your friends, related to your friend circle, and also related to your money, right? Because money would have been some kind of a struggle for you, as your moon and sun have come together. So manifesting money and multiplication of money in this time, that will benefit you in this time period, right? And making it sure that you are focusing on the positive side of things, because the way the Venus was placing in the sign of Virgo, you were very struggled with your optimism. You were very struggled with your sleep, right? Even your sleep is going to improve in this time period. So for next 2-3 days, if you are getting some quite lot of sleep, then sleep more, right? If you are feeling sleepy, then sleep more, right? That will be good for you. And it is also the time for my air sign to reflect upon the past, right? To reflect at the past and understand that where we were lacking, and have a positive outlook of the future in this time period, and doing everything with lot of balance, because Libra is a sign of balance and creativity, right? And as your 11th house is very active, so focusing more on your growth, on multiplication of the money, focusing more on getting, expanding your sources, and always feeling that you are abundant in your resources. Praying for next 2-3 days that you are abundant in your resources, right? And celebrating life, right? So there is no or nothing like celebrating life. So focus on celebrating life, right? So best of luck to all my Libra sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Scorpio. The most intuitive, the most researcher kind of a sign, a sign which is very deep, right? So the sign of Scorpio, for the Scorpio sign people, this is a time when you have to focus on your growth, when you have to focus on your professional spheres. It is a time to focus more on your professional side. It is time when you have to focus more on your new ideas that you wish to generate as far as work, profession is concerned. For the water sign of Pisces, for the water sign of Scorpio I'm talking about. And it is also the time when you have to activate new kind of wisdom, right? Leaving your old self behind and focusing on new learnings, focusing on new understanding of things, right? And you will see that your perspective about the life is changing very, very strongly, right? All over it. And the way I see it, that some of you have been feeling struggled at home. Some of you have been feeling struggled, or they have been feeling chained in the cycle that they are caught, right? It is a time when you can liberate from those cycles, right? How? That by focusing more on your ideas, focusing more on your abundance that is coming your way, focusing more on generating positivity. And make sure, since the south node Ketu is placing very strongly in your first house, so making sure that you are focusing on optimism, you are focusing on positive things, you are not staying dry and cold with people, right? And in this time period, as the PURVA PHALGUNI Nakshatra is activating in your 10th house, so whenever you go to your office or with your colleagues, go out with them, right? Or go out with your friends, right? In this time period, as the 10th house is becoming very active, so forming business relations, so improving your relations with your bosses in this time period. And also it is a time when you have also felt quite a lot of struggle within your relationship, right? Within your partnership, as the Rahu has kept in the 7th house, has kept you very, very awkward, has kept you very, very confused when it comes to the matter of love. Keep it on the side, right? Do not focus on it. Just focus on speaking with a lot of love and positivity, right? It is very important. And spend some money on your well-being, on your enjoyment, on your relaxation. That will multiply in this time period, as the Venus is strongly coming in your 12th house. So enjoy your relaxed time for all my lovely sign of Scorpio. And yes, new opportunities are coming your way as far as your professional field is concerned. new opportunities are coming your way. Just grab them, right? Just grab them. So God bless to all the Scorpio sign people. And now next I'll be talking about the sign of Sagittarius, the fiery sign of Sagittarius. For the Sagittarius sign people, this new moon is coming in their house of luck, in the natural house of Sagittarius, the ninth house, right? And this new moon is opening up new perspectives, new starts, is also making them understand about spirituality in a very deeper way. It is a time when you have to focus more on prayers and meditation. It is a time when you have to focus more on setting right kind of intentions, especially for the Sagittarius sign, as the sun and moon have gained lot of strength, and this is aspected by the Lagna Lord, the rising Lord Jupiter itself through its retrograde motion. The Jupiter is looking up to this moon and sun. So it is very important that you are setting everything right. You are having a sense of faith in God, in the higher forces, in your positivity, that everything is going in the right direction, right? And it's a wonderful time to grow your self-esteem, to focus on your self-esteem. It's a wonderful time to focus on creativity. It's a wonderful time, and let more and more creative ideas come your way, right? And they'll be helpful to each one of you. And it is also very important, again, because the Jupiter is in the sign of your Aquarius, the humanitarian sign in retrograde motion. So it is very important for you to maintain a balance with the right kind of communication with your loved ones. Since the sun and moon are coming together in your house of luck, even traveling to different locations will be auspicious for you. Even traveling or going near to the water body will be really very good for you. Even through your business proposals, if you get a chance to travel in this time, go for it, right? Go for it and enjoy and relax yourself in this time period. And since the Mars and Mercury have gained a lot of directional strength in this time, right? So you people will be very focused on your professional goals, and whatever you are setting it in this time, you will be achieving all your goals in this time period. My lovely sign of Sagittarius I'm talking about, right? So this is a time for you, this is a time of growth for you. This is a time to explore your spiritual potential. This is a time to pray and meditate and focus on the things that you want to create in this time. This is a time of new beginnings, right? You have got a window and utilize it with quite a lot of intelligence. Use it with a lot of wisdom, right? You have got quite a good window in this time period. So best of luck to the Sagittarius sign. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Capricorn, right? For the earth sign of Capricorn, this is a time when you have to focus again more on setting higher purposes of life, right? Focusing more on leaving what is unwanted and focusing more on the positive side of things, right? It is a time when you will be experiencing a lot of changes around you. The earth sign of Capricorn I'm talking about. Yes, you will be hardworking, you will be laborers, right? But it is a time to let go your old self and let the new energy come in, right? Because the 8th house is getting active. So it's all about exploring your spiritual potential in this time period and also gaining emotional strength. It is a time to release your fears and phobias, releasing your self-doubts, right, and setting positive intention, and also setting the intentions that miracles can happen in life. And you will see that through this new moon cycle, you are having some kind of sudden gains, surprises in your journey. For the Capricorn sign, the Capricorn Lagna, the Capricorn rising, for you people, those of you who are working into IT sector, those of you who are working into the communications, those of you who are working into the technology, you will gain, you will be benefited out of it in this time period, or you will be more successful in this time period, right? So best of luck to all the Capricorn sign people. And also I would like to add that since they have been staying overworked, it is also important to take your breaks, right? For next 2 days, focusing more on relaxing, focusing more on staying easy, the Capricorn sign. And also some of you may even experience health issues, right? I can see that. So focusing more on right kind of diet, very important. Since the sun and moon are coming together, focusing more on having healthy eating habits, as the 8th house is very active, right? So taking a break, relaxing yourself and setting yourself at ease, the Capricorn sign people. And speaking positive words for your own self is very, very important for you, the Capricorn sign I'm talking about, the Capricorn ascendant, the Capricorn rising I'm talking about, right? So best of luck to all the Capricorn sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Aquarius, right? For the air sign of Aquarius, it is a time when you have to start new and fresh, right, with wisdom, as the Jupiter is very strong. When you have to start new and fresh as far as your love and relations are concerned, and reflecting upon the past with lot of positivity. The sun moon combination coming in your 7th house is giving you a window to get the things right when it comes to your love life, your relation, your way of expression, right? So it's very important. And this is what is more important is that celebrating your life with your partner, with your loved ones, because the 7th house is very active, and go out in the public and celebrate your love and abundance with everyone. Now this is a time when you have to set positive communication with everyone around you, as the 7th house is active. So anything related to marketing, media, and also public representation, making contracts, even this is a good time for lawyers who have Aquarius rising, right? And even setting right kind of boundaries with people is a good time. And those of you who are about to sign any kind of agreements with your companies, those of you who are about to sign any kind of documents, or those of you who are about to push anything of when it comes to your documentation, you can pursue it in this time period, the sign of Aquarius I'm talking about, right? And also, if you have to clear your misunderstandings with your partners, it is a good time for the sign of Aquarius I'm talking about, right? And it is also a good time to work in partnership and grow your wealth, right? If you're thinking of aligning, of joining, or making some kind of joint venture with someone, it is a good time for you, the Aquarius sign people I'm talking about, right? So best of luck to all my Aquarius sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Pisces. For the sign of Pisces, it is a time when you have to focus on your new self, new wisdom, new growth, and new abundance in this time period, my lovely, lovely sign of Pisces. And also for the ones who are working into the counseling sector, for the ones who are working into the medical sector, for the ones who are working with I would say that the ones who are working in the IT firms, right? It's a good time for you to grow in this time period, right? Since the Jupiter in retrogression is about to enter the 11th house, right? So your wealth and money, the way you are investing it, will grow in this time period. And also, since the house of service or house of getting along with people is very active, and this is also the house of routine, right? So you have to focus on your right kind of routine and setting a very right kind of motion when it comes to your routine and everything. Since the moon is in the 6th house along with the sun, so some of you can also experience a swing in their emotions, like mood swings, like up and down getting with your emotions, right? So the best way to tackle that is get into a right kind of routine, right? And your counselors, doctors, medical professionals, and even IT professionals, you will be having a good time in this time period. If you want to grow, if you want to set right kind of intentions, make sure that you're giving right kind of advices and growing in this time period, right? So this was my analysis of this new moon reading. I hope that you enjoyed this new moon reading. My phone is about to switch off. This is why I'm signing off. God bless you. Take care, and I'll try to save this video. Bye bye.